Hey guys, it's Rozakowski here with a new video just for you. Okay, so I told you in my last video that I do different reviews and all the different things I do I'm gonna be doing on my channel. Okay, so today's review is on a story I read, and I found it like about a year or so ago on fanfiction.net, in which there is a link below. The story is called Kidnapped, and the author is Won't Be the Victim. I don't know the person's name, obviously. And really good. It's a really good story. It's rated M, 21 chapters, and it's a romance and adventure story. So, the main characters of this story are, well, what the story will mainly be about is it's a Sakura and Gaara story. So it's about it's a Naruto type story. Um, and I'm gonna give you the rundown, the basic rundown of what the story is about, and hopefully you guys can check it out. It's a really good story, and I definitely recommend it to people who like the Sakura and Gaara pairing. Okay. Um. Okay. So in the beginning, obviously the girl Sakura, um, as you all know if you know the show Naruto, um, she and her mom are going to. It's around Christmas time, and she and her mom are going to the bank to get money for Christmas shopping. And Sakura's really bored, so she asks her mom if she can go wait in the car in the van. So her mom lets her, and she unfortunately mistakes her mom's van for a different van, which unfortunately is the van of four guys who had robbed that bank when she was in their van in the back. And she didn't know until they came into the van and started talking about how much money they actually managed to get. And so she's hiding in the back. And turns out the four guys are Gaara, who in the story is a bit perverted, but is the better one of the four. And throughout the story, you learn about his past. And unlike in the story, like in the actual show, obviously, it's different. He has a different backstory. And he's the second main character that Sakura eventually gets, and but there in the end, but there is complications along the way. Naruto, being the least perverted of the four boys in the group, and acting more like a brother type person, in my opinion, in the story. But turns out the complications that Gaara and Sakura have are because of Naruto, because those two, Naruto and Sakura, have a moment and Gaara catches them, and so Naruto and Gaara are fighting in everything. It's such a pain. That those two are fighting, and there's a big scene in which a lot of drama, but it ends really good. Okay. Neji being the third one, and unlike in the actual show, Neji is the most perverted asshole you will find in this story. Dead seriously, Neji is super perverted, and yeah, there's a scene where Sakura is in her bed and Neji is um coming into her room. It's dark, obviously. Tries having sex with Sakura, doesn't work because Gaara kicks his ass. But secrets are revealed in the scene, in which you need to go read. In my opinion, it's shocking, and it causes a lot more drama in Gaara and Sakura's relationship. Anyway, the fourth guy is Sasuke, who in the show, obviously, if you don't know, is a complete douchebag who, in my opinion, can just go away. Just make him go away. Oh yeah. His brother, on the other hand, not going in there. Anyway, Sasuke in the story is a stuck-up, perverted bastard who tries to rape Sakura and, in a way, needs to go die in hell, in my opinion. And I say that with encouragement. Anyway, even though Sasuke has anger problems in the story, he does have anger problems, and he doesn't admit to it, but it's obvious he does. Um, him and Neji, even though they are both perverted and the way they are, they try to make the best out of their lives. In one chapter, I remember there is a point in time where they're all hanging out and they're watching videos, and mainly they're excuse me, they're talking about watching porn on the TV, and Sakura just loves to spoil their fun. And so those two are they just like being perverted and having fun and everything. Unfortunately, it's not all fun throughout the entire story with those guys. As Sakura, as Sakura is taken back to their hideout, she tries to make an escape, um, and as she does succeed in her attempt to escape by jumping out the bathroom window, unfortunately hurting herself. And it is thunderstorm. It's raining and thundering out, if I remember correctly. And as the four guys are searching, Sasuke finds her, pins her against a tree, and tries to rape her. Gaara and the others successfully rescue her from Sasuke. And in my opinion, there's a funny part where Gaara is flipping out at Sasuke about saying, quote unquote, I said to find her, not rape her. That's my favorite. That's honestly a funny part. But if that was put into an actual show, in my opinion, I think there should be like anger, but also like some kind of physical violence on Sasuke because he tried raping her. It's like obviously you can't get away with trying to rape a girl and not get your ass kicked. Anyway, throughout the story, Gaara and Sakura's relationship gets stronger in a good way, obviously. Until the part with Neji and Sakura. Neji tries to rape Sakura. Gaara rescues her, thankfully. Yay. Gaara is a good person in this story, even though he and the others kidnapped her. You try to make a good thing out of this story, and you gotta go back to the initial part that they kidnapped her. Anyway, okay. So Gaara's past is something that happened on the day that Sakura got kidnapped is brought up by Neji. That Gaara didn't realize until Sakura just flipped shit at him for, and I do the same thing. I would have just kicked him in the nuts and said, "Ha, bye." Anyway, um, so that after everything's talked about and everything, though they're all on good terms and everything, and unfortunately, there's a good part. It's a happy part. You think it's a happy part, but it goes into a really bad part, and then it goes into a funny part. Anyway, let me elaborate on that. So everything's all happy and everything, and it's Sakura's birthday. So Gaara talks about his mom's garden because if he doesn't have his mom, and it's actually for the same reason in the show. Um, and what happens is Sakura and Gaara go to his mom's garden. She wants to go to his garden. I mean, it's her birthday. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a garden on their birthday? I honestly don't. I wouldn't want to go. I would and I wouldn't want to go to a garden. It's romantic, but I'd rather be